All right, so believe it or not, I think Diddy's cooked, man. Shit, man. So Casie's planning to testify against Diddy in court. So the court date it's set around May 5th, I believe. Bro, it's gonna be a movie. Not only testify, but she gonna drop names. So we gonna find out who have been in them freak offs. But let me say this, man. Cassie's not innocent. You know, around that time that they did them freak offs, she was an adult already. She probably helped somehow to, you know, with the freak offs. But at the end of the day, Diddy was the mastermind of the freak offs. But the thing about Casie, I believe she's working with the feds, so they're protecting her. I think she has, you know, she has some type of deals, or a deal with the feds, I'll say. That's why she's able to move around and she was not in trouble because, man, let's just be realistic here, man. How can you have a RICO case with only one person, man? I believe there's a lot of people involved in this case, the assistant, you know, the manager. There's so many people involved because Diddy was not the one like out there funding people for the freak offs or funding places or buying those tools or buying those baby oil. Like, he was not the one doing that, all right? There were people doing those shit. But the fact that he's the head of the organization, that's why they got Diddy now. I would assume that most people are not in trouble right now because they are working with the feds or somewhat cooperating with the feds. So they like, fuck it, man. Diddy got his money, you know, he did what he did. Hey, man, I'm not gonna be in jail to be somebody else's boyfriend because of this nigga. Fuck that shit. I'ma speak, man. I'ma talk. So Casie definitely is the one, like, we know she's gonna talk because she made it known. That came out maybe yesterday or a few hours ago, I would say. So she gonna be in court. So this is not looking good. At some point, I thought like, yo, maybe Diddy's gonna be fine. Yeah, he might beat the case, but I don't think things are looking good for Diddy. He might not be able to beat the case. This is the last day. This is the day that they got Diddy. Let me play this video again, just for refresh. Commercial. Let me see. All right, so this is the last day, man. Your boy, this was in New York. I think he knew it. He knew that was his last day. They came in. You know, he came from outside. They just took him. Oh, was it going inside? Yeah, it was going inside. It's inside the hotel. So they took him, I think, they took him back to the room, the hotel room, to grab his belongings or maybe a few things. Or maybe they just went to check to see if there's anything suspicious or if there's anything they might use. Yeah, they got him peacefully. And that was it, man. Ever since, that was in September 2024, ever since your boy has been incarcerated. So going back to the topic, the fact that Cassie's about to testify, you know Casie gonna do it with her heart because first, she doesn't like Diddy anymore. So she gonna tell everything. Also, I believe she's working for the lawyer or somebody. So she's well prepared though. She's prepared. And I think the feds are working super hard because they don't want to lose this case. They're trying their best to get any evidence they can get to have Diddy, to make sure that Diddy stays in jail. Because it gonna look super bad if Diddy's found no guilty. And at this point though, they're not spending all the money for nothing. I believe the fact that they even got him in there and they denied bond so many times, that means they got something on Diddy. They want him out. I mean, they want him like to stay in the pen. Because as I was watching the news, right, I reported the news about Yella Beezy. That's his name, Yella Beezy, right? They got him into a RICO case too, right? But the bond was set at $2 million. He paid for the bond. I think they set the bond at it was $2 million. They reduced it to $750K. He got out. it's kind of similar to Diddy's case. Yella Beezy killed somebody. I mean, it's not the same, but it's kind of similar. But he bailed out. He was able to bail out. But Diddy was not able to bail out. Although he proposed to them, like, I think it was like 15 mil, a house, his mother's house, jets, all that. They say no. So this says a lot about the nature of this case. So to me, it means like, Diddy is not gonna get lucky with this one. If he does, he gets lucky with this, bro, it's gonna be all over the news and it's going to be dangerous for Diddy. Like, let's say Diddy's found no guilty, right? I don't think it's gonna last long outside. I mean, he got money to protect himself, but usually what they do, they'll try to fund something against you because they'll be pissed though. They'll be pissed. They'll be like, damn, wow, he's guilty. Damn, we spent all the money. The news went crazy and now no guilty and the justice system gonna look bad. So this is something that they're treating with caution. They're like, yo, we cannot lose this case because this is a big case and he makes them look super good. So the District of New York, they're not gonna let it slide like that. So that's why they're trying the best to have Casie. And I believe Casie gonna drop names too though, because since you're working with the feds, you cannot lie. You cannot lie. And I got some names in mind, but I'm not gonna say because I ain't got money like that. I don't want to get sued. Like, I'm too broke for that shit. But I'm just gonna wait and see. But I got a few names in mind that I know she definitely gonna drop. It's gonna be a movie though. We'll be surprised. And I believe right now what is happening in Hollywood, especially after the news broke about Casie is going to testify in court and she gonna drop names. I believe phone calls are going left and right. And Casie probably gonna make a lot of money. Casie can just have a line where you call to pay so she doesn't have to drop your name. Be like, okay, who's this? Oh, I'm X and Y and Z. Okay. Oh yeah, I think you were there too. Okay. Oh, actually, I was planning on dropping your name too. What you got? Oh, Casie, I'm so sorry, man. I'll give you $3 million. Please don't drop my name because I got kids. I got my wife here. So if she knows that I've been clapping the men cheeks, like the men been clapping my cheeks, it gonna be like disaster for me. I'll get a divorce. It's gonna cost me a lot of money. Casie, please, how much do you want? But I don't think she's gonna do that anyways. But yeah, this is gonna be fun though. I can't wait to see it. And we're gonna have a busy month of May. And speaking of Diddy, there was another lawsuit. At this point, I just don't feel like talking about Diddy lawsuit anymore because some of them are fake, some of them are real, so I don't know which one. Like, it's like every month or every 2 months, there's something about Diddy. So I feel like, coming here talking about Diddy's new lawsuit or this new guy sued Diddy because back in 1993, Diddy was sucking his pee-pee so good. He came in Boston and they went to the hospital because it was so good. Just like too much. And what I've noticed too though, not even trying to pick side here, what I noticed, most of the people are suing Diddy right now, they are broke. They ain't got money like that because the ones that got money like that, they ain't got time for that. They feel ashamed even to put it out there, for people to know that, oh, dang, I suck Diddy's pee-pee. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Diddy, clap my cheeks. Like, they don't want to say that. None of them. But it's kind of hard because, Diddy has messed up a lot of men's life. He also helped a few, but he messed up a lot, though. We've seen that Justin Bieber has been dealing with it. According to Terrence Howard, he claimed that Diddy was trying to, I spoke about it on the show. I made a podcast about it. But one thing that I forgot to talk about, he mentioned on Justin Bieber saying that allegedly, I mean, I can prove it by saying that, Justin Bieber is suffering to recover from his manhood because Diddy took his manhood. I mean, I don't think Diddy was the only one who clapped his cheeks, allegedly, if that happened. But I believe so many people did it in the industry. They wanted his cheek, and a lot of people been clapping it. So let me play it.
Me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. go there and he's sitting around just looking.
Yeah, he wanted them
I'm
cheeks.
like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach. And you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
Yo, man, Hollywood's so messed up, man. It's like the devil controls Hollywood, and Justin Bieber has been dealing with it. He has been looking a little crazy. Mentally, he's not stable. I mean, hopefully he can find God, and God can repent him, and he can repent, and God can recover him from what he's dealing with. Because I believe that has to do with Hollywood. What happened with him in Hollywood. So that's why you don't have to envy people, them celebrities, because they go through a lot. I believe at this point, Justin Bieber wishes that he had a 9 to 5, a regular 9 to 5 job that he could make at least 80 or maybe 100,000 a year, have a normal life, because right now, whatever he did in the past is kind of haunting him right now. So it's like, he's not happy. Deep inside, he's not happy. He's not feeling. He wishes that, oh man, I wish I never met Asher. I wish I never sometimes he probably even think that, I wish I was never talented. I didn't have this nice voice. Because the things that he's dealing with right now, and these things, like, it's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life unless you meet God and you get a lot of help, therapy, things of the nature. I mean, therapy won't help enough, but God is the only solution that can, the only person that can help you with that. So that's super sad. So you gotta be careful what you wish for, man. A lot of people, we all trying to make it, but you gotta know your limits. Don't compromise your integrity, your morals, your values because of a few dollars or a few millions. It's not worth it, though. I mean, at the moment, I believe when you do it, you feel like, dang, I made it. This is cool. This is my life. But at some point, once you get everything, you start looking back like, what was the point, man? I sold my soul. That's what they call selling your soul, because you're doing the abomination things, right? So that's what I had to say. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Diddy in court. And I'm assuming that Diddy might get 10 years or even more, but I don't see him getting less than 10 years, especially if they got all the evidence. Yeah, this shit gonna be a movie. Yeah, man. Yeah, they got Diddy good, man. The feds, they not playing. They got Diddy good. They not gonna let this go. They got Diddy super good. Like, shit, man. But I would love to, I love to see all the people who were involved in this freak offs or in a racketeering thing or RICO case, because this is very unusual to have only one person in a RICO case. But hopefully we get more clarity or we find out more about this. At the end of the day, man, if he did what, people think that he did, he has to face the music. This is life, man. Karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. He's a fat bitch too. That's one thing I know about karma. But anyhow, man, this is all I had to say about this Diddy and Casie. Other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace out, family. I'm out.